Chapter 26 of Gachiakuta was a fucking spectacle, bro. Y'all know me. Y'all know I praise art whenever the fuck I get a chance, right? I always praise art. And seeing the graffiti, especially coming from where I come from, bruh, that shit was raw. That shit was so hard, bro. I was so hyped to see that shit. But not only that, right? We also got to meet the heiress, who is the one who is set to inherit the Jinky from the one we came to see in the first place, right? She seems like she's Rudo's age too at that. So maybe this is a companion for Rudo, right? Like, who knows? But anyways, as y'all know, it's your boy xDomoSenpaix, the Gachiakuta enthusiast. If you're new to the channel and have yet to subscribe, make sure y'all go down below, hit the link in the description or the red subscribe button. Either one to help me towards that cause of reaching my goal, which is to become a full-time content creator. Now, as you guys can see, we arrived at Canvas Town, the city of graffiti, the city of art, and bro, it's beautiful, right? It's beautiful. A couple of things that I want to point out. Rudo was very observant, asking all sorts of questions. We also learned why the city is shaped the way it is. Tomsy pointed out that the reason that it's shaped like this is because we're being protected from the trash that the heavens threw down. Very interesting, and that's something that I want to keep a tab on because, you know, this is like one of the first like actual other cities we've seen aside from the one that we, you know, first landed at when Engine took us there, right? And I don't remember if that city was shaped the same way. It probably wasn't. I was 100% wrong on that because as you can see in this image, I wasn't really paying attention, but there is a cover over the top that's keeping the city protected from trash. Carry on. But anyway, another thing that I found truly interesting was the way you got into the city. Now, everybody was walking in, and then these other two dudes was complaining, hey man, what the fuck, we can't get in? Why can't we walk in? And Engine pointed out that as long as you don't have any weird intentions, you're free to go in and out, which makes me feel like this city is a city of peace. It's a very peaceful city. And you kind of pick up on that as you look at the entire city and just how cool everybody seems, right? We also learned that's why Canvas Town was built, you know, so that everybody can draw and paint freely. So we've come to find out that the reason that we were there was to see a giver from a lineage of artists based in the city. And Engine pointed out that his ability has the power to put a talisman on things he paints. So essentially, if he puts his feelings into whatever it is he decided to paint, that's what would happen, right? So like Engine pointed out, he was like, for lack of a better term, say for instance, he was just like, make it such that the first attack against this wall has no effect. If somebody was to hit it once, it wouldn't affect it. And he also pointed out, like, that's why when those two bastards couldn't get into town. It's because of that giver's ability on the outer wall of the town. It has a charm that prevents people with ill intentions from getting in. I find that shit so cool. And funny enough, that's where we run into the heiress. We don't know her name yet. We'll probably figure this out next chapter, but we end up running into the chief of the town, right? Like the mayor. And that's where we find out the bad news that the giver that we were going to meet died. And it's interesting. I've never seen Engine this distraught. Engine's never been this hurt before. And I think it may have been Engine who was the only one who felt this. And I wonder if he was a part of Engine's like crew from Akuta as well. It's so many questions that I have. We end up learning that his name was Gob, right? And we found out that he wasn't content with staying in the safe zone, so he went to the contaminated zone to draw, and that he must have enjoyed drawing there so much that he took off his mask many times. And I feel like Engine wasn't buying that because it just seems too haphazard. I feel like this is where the plot thickens. Who knows? Maybe the boss sent some of his goons to kill him. Oddly enough, he already knew we was going here. He already fucking knew we was going here. Engine and the mayor are talking, and the mayor's like, I'm very sorry this happened to you as soon as you arrived. Tomsy was just like, don't let it get to you. It's a common cause of death down here. Now, the most interesting part of this is the fact that for as long as Rudo has been down here, and you know, he was out there with no fucking protection, bro. He was out in the streets with no protection. He's unaffected. I wonder if that's what was on Rudo's mind. That or the fact that now he is worried about this shit, right? Now he's stressed out about it. Like I said, they've already decided on who's going to inherit, you know, the ability that's been passed down from generation to generation, and that's the heiress. And then he's like, but we've got a problem. I wonder what the problem is. I genuinely wonder what the problem is. Is it that she's too afraid to accept it? Right? That she won't accept that shit? Is she too afraid to become a Jinky wielder? Or does she know something that, you know, we don't know yet? But this all seems too fishy. The guy that we was going to look for was killed by body contamination. And like I said, I'm not sure if he was really killed by body contamination. I feel like he was murdered. I don't know. It's my intuition telling me, but I feel like he was murdered, bro. Anyway, amazing chapter, right? Not only for the art, but we're being introduced to a few new elements that could potentially lead to some bigger things. Make sure y'all let me know if y'all enjoyed the chapter. Make sure y'all let me know if y'all picked up on some things that I didn't pick up on. Like, for instance, this art piece that we saw at the beginning. I don't know what any of that says, but bro, that shit looks awesome. It looks like an eye too. I think that shit is tight. Leave a like if you enjoy, subscribe if you're new. Not sure if this video is gonna come out on Thursday or Danmachi. I don't know if any of those are coming out on Thursday. We'll have to see how I'm feeling as soon as I start editing. But with that being said, it's your boy, xDomoSenpaix, and I will catch you guys in the next video.